Assalamualaikum everyone, and welcome back to Jasmy video update today. So I'm gonna go back to where we left off yesterday. So the first thing is that you got this pennant here. You got a pennant, but where did you break? You broke straight to the upside as well. So the scenario was probably a push down, a retest, and then fall to the downside, but it didn't happen, and you end up coming up here and then you try to push to the upside. All right, very well, so good. Nothing bad with that. It's just a decent amount of push to the upside. So this actually got to go up for nearly that's like a 10% move up, which is pretty good to see. Now the next thing to look at is the following. I'm just going to remove this trend line here and that one trend line right there, and let's see what exactly is happening here. So if I bring the EMAs, it does seem like you have a bull cross right there. You went up, you came down, and you hold the 55 like a boss, and now you're starting to push back up again. So this is something that is so good, really good to do. Honestly, on the daily time frame, when you do something like that, it's actually an extraordinary kind of behavior. This is so good. And I would like to say that we don't see Jasmy now coming to 5578. This is a dead end. This is a place that we shouldn't go below, otherwise this is going to be more of a trouble. Because what Jasmy is doing right now is that it's making one of the bullish statements out there, which is a bull cross. So you got the bull cross, you got to move up, you came down, you hold the 55, you bounced off the 55, and you started moving up. Now if for example the other thing could have happened and you make a pennant and then you drop down like this could have ended up being a bear cross and everything went down. So it was just this one day of a candle. Of course, if in the next 8 hours we close bullish like this, that would be awesome, because you never know, if in 8 hours you start to come down and lose this line again, then it's going to be bad. So for me, what I'm trying to say here is, if we end up today closing up bullish, that would be incredibly awesome. And you might be looking to write off this EMA's cross right now, and you know, whenever it comes to the 10, make an entry, or to the 20, then make an entry as well, just like the 55 was offering an entry opportunity down there. So that was pretty amazing. And now I do expect to see the following. So let's remove all the everything right here, and it seems to me like you might say that you got a nice beautiful some sort of a cup here, and you're making a handle. Okay, this is a cup and handle. So let's talk about the cup and handle, and I'm just gonna say that this is where you probably have your resistance point, something like that as well. Yeah, so this does look like the resistance that we might be expecting to see. Now you can even say that's a cup and handle, or this is a left shoulder, a big head, and a right shoulder. Inverse head and shoulder is being printed out as well. So whatever it is, this shouldn't be lost. You shouldn't come down here, otherwise it's going to be bad. You're going to lose structure, you're going to lose the 55 EMA. That's amazing. Yep, so head and inverse head and shoulder, if you want to look at it that way, it can be actually a cup and handle, but I do think that it's more like an inverse head and shoulder. This is going to be a left shoulder here, the head, and the right shoulder. Now of course we have a neckline, and we need to break above this neckline, and it's a little bit tricky. The trend line is actually quite tricky, because I'm trying to figure out if the trend line is going to be something like more like that. Right, we're trying to figure something out. Now the trend line does actually even look like this, and you can see that this is a pure manipulation that happened, that you go below a little bit the trend line, then you come back up. So you might even say that Jasmy is looking to go back to this price level, and if you break above here, you're breaking out of this left shoulder, head, and in and the right shoulder. So invest head and shoulder is actually there as well. So I'm going to take the trend line here and take that top to that bottom, and you have probably a push up to this area 0.012246. so Jasmy is looking good, and that's pretty much it for this update, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Allah Hafiz.